Whoops, I better turn up this volume right here. It is turned up. It's turned up all the way. I wanted to show today's pictures in the inverted mode, okay? Because it is nice to see them in the colored mode, and then it's nice to see them in the inverted mode also. So again, I'm having to use this little setup with this one iPhone 7, and then use my iPhone 8 as a viewer until I can get a better setup. Yes, so we've seen today's photos right here. These are the colored images of today's photos. If you haven't had a chance to see them, they're on the timeline right here. I'm just going to swing this. Hello, Patty. How are you doing? Hello, Carlene. Hello, Matthias. Liz Westbork. Hello, Daniel McAuffin. But these are today's pictures. And we're going to see them in inverted mode. Right like that. Because, you know, they are actual ships up there in the sky. Hello, Tammy Richards. Hello, Sharon Sharp. Hello, Lisa. I know I've missed some people. Hello, Christian. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hello, Joanne Marie. Siya mucho tiempo, Benny. Hello, Adine. Okay, but yeah, we've seen today's pictures. I've posted them on the timeline, you know, in color. Now we're going to see them in the inverted mode, and that's going to be right here. I've got to use this iPhone to see these in the inverted mode, these pictures right here. And you can see that all these, they're actually ships up here in the sky is what they are. They're real life ships. Right there like that. Every single picture that was posted today. Hello, yeah, every picture that was posted today, we're going to see what it looks like in the inverted mode. I'll just set this phone up right here, and you know, yeah, it's going to hello to everyone. You're very welcome. But we're going to see those pictures, okay? We're going to see the before, okay? This is, here's today's picture right here. That's what it looks like right now. And we're gonna see what it looks like in the inverted mode. What those ships look like. Let's make sure this stays bright. This is those ships up there in the sky in the inverted mode. You can see the unique shapes of them. And sorry if you see like the screen thing, but they like to use inverted to see it actually up there in the sky right there. And these are those ships up there in the sky. Yeah, there's a whole lot of them. Look at that unique outline of those ships right there. You cannot wait for the Star Family. Yeah, these are those ships up there in the sky. And there are lots of them. Hello, Maria. Yeah, so this is, I have that a little twisted, yeah. Just wait 1 second. I've got to situate this. Yeah, see, because I gotta wing it. That's what I gotta do. I gotta wing it. So these are those ships right here in the inverted mode. So this would be the negative, like in the old days when you take a picture and you have a roll of film and it's that brown stuff. Hello. It's the brown film. Well, this is like what you would call the negative of the digital photos. You just invert the colors, and you can see that these ships are up there in the sky, and they are big. They really are big. They're massive ships. This is what it looks like normally right there. That's what's on the timeline, those ships right there. And if we zoom up on those, see, you can see the outline of them, and this is in color right here. But this is what it looks like when it is inverted, just like that. And I can see the comments, but now I gotta concentrate on these. Where are they from? I don't know where they're coming from. They're coming from the sky. I took this picture in the southeast sky is where I've took it, in the southeast sky. But now this, I get a little bit excited because it's something to get excited about. It really is. Now we're going to see these ships right here. I'm going to flip this around and we're going to see these ships. Not my face, but these ships. See these ships right here. This is the inverted view, and this is not a cloud up there in the sky. These are ships inside of whatever they're traveling in. These are ships. And just look at that unique shape of those. And this is in the inverted mode right here. And this is what they look like normally. Just like that. They're up there in the sky, and we do have color on these. But we can also see what it looks like without color. Yeah, it's very exciting, Michelle. It is really, really exciting because I like to see them. I think it's very, very, very interesting. And you know that these ships can stack one another. They can interlink with one another, and they can make one great big giant ship. Kind of like those Transformers when they all combine themselves together. But yeah, look at those ships right here in the inverted mode. Right here. They are up there. And you can see that, you know, they have changed their shapes because this is like one single of those ships. But then I think these things right here, they pile up on top of one another, and they can form an even larger ship. See, looks like it's got probably 2 of them on there right here, but these got like more than 2. These got like 2 or 3, and then they got some littler ones on top of that. That's what I think they do. I think they can just like make themselves into whatever size of ship they need. Yeah, so it is pretty exciting when you get up there and you look. And yeah, that's another, just another image of those ships right here. I was just trying to look down at the bottom of that. And you know, I'm sorry about the graininess of this on here like this, of the phone. But this is the best setup I've got right now. This is the best setup. And I like to peek around here. You know, I just had a deja vu of doing that. Yeah, so I've done this before. But I like to peek around because there's that light again. I'm in the light. Be in the light as he is in the light. Okay. But yeah, there are the ships right there. I see those comments. I really. But yeah, I wanted to show you what it looks like inverted. No, we are not alone. Oh my goodness. We're definitely not alone. At all. We're not. And I'll be the first to tell you. Well, I'm sure you've thought it yourself that we're not alone. But yeah, these are the ships that are up there. And there are like 3 types of ships up there in the sky. And these ships only come out, these particular types of ships right here that you see right here, they seem to only come out when it's really cloudy out. They come out, I get my best pictures when it's really cloudy because that's when it's cloudy and there's like something going on, some weather going on, like it's raining or it's really cold and you know the skies are milky white. That's when I can get the best pictures of these, is when the sky is like that because there's a lot of activity going on up there that we can't even see. Yeah, there are ships everywhere. Nito, Micah Mosenberger, everywhere. There's ships everywhere. I'm going to flip that around. See, we'll go at different angles of this computer screen, and you can see those ships right there, that unique shape. And, yeah, I just flip back and forth is what I'll do. And see, there's some more of them. This photo was like full of these ships right here. There's just one photo with one ship. The level of the I don't know how to do any of that levels and curves that you're talking about because I am brand new to this. I really am. I've been taking pictures since June, since I seen the cloud figure of a woman, but you know, I haven't really got into tweaking anything, messing with these curves and stuff. I just heard that terminology today since you mentioned it. So I'm very, very new to that, and maybe I'll get used to it, because I did download something called Gimpo or GIMP or something. I don't know what it's called. GIMP, I think, and I think it was a free download. And you can invert. You're very welcome, Ray. And you can invert your pictures to this right here. You can invert your pictures to this right there. Gimpo, I think it was the name of it. And you can invert your pictures, but you got to do them one by one. And then I think you got to save. You got to save them. I was just practicing only, like, I did one picture. And it's a lot of work. I wish I could just have that on my iPhone and just stay there. I wish I could just get the screen to look like that, you know, and then it just stay there. But yeah, you see all these pictures of these ships. They're all there, and that great big giant one that just came out of nowhere, and it's that big giant one is actually a lot of these smaller. That big giant one is actually a lot of these smaller ones right here piled up on one another is what it is. And if I can turn this around and get that in here, yeah, that's what that great big giant one is, because we've got it zoomed up. But look how big they make themselves, that big up in the sky. Now, no one's going to tell me that that is a cloud. And I see those comments, but I'm just trying to zoom in on this. Yeah, so these are easy identifiable ships right here. And no, I could not see these ships with my naked eye. I could not. I went out at 8:50 something this morning, but you know, I will go out at any time of day. If I get the inclination to go out and take a picture, I'll do it. But the best pictures for me come when it's cloudy out. And I just turn on my flash on my phone. And then I think my flashlight comes on at the same time. I don't know how it happens, but it does. Somebody said that would equate to a longer exposure. Longer exposure is what it would. Hello, Ronnie. How are you? And tell Kimmy hi. Yes. But yeah, this is a new one. This great big one right here. This is new. I've not seen that before in any photos. And when I did a close-up of it and realized that these ships were also in there, and it was making up that. They make up that great big ship. And I'm going to get around here and flip it around and see that next photo. Yeah. Now see, this really is exciting when you get to see the negative of it. And I never knew there was a such thing until like a couple of weeks ago, and somebody said on the YouTube, could you post the negative? And I didn't know what they were talking about, so I had to look up the inverted of it. But these are the ships. And whatever they're coming out of, I don't have the explanation of what they're coming out of. You know, these pictures could be peering into space. They very well could be. They could be peering into space, and we're getting these pictures. Whoa, now this is big. This is the massive, this massive ship is right here. I'm going to see this right here. You see that right there? That really is that ship. When I did some messing with the colors on my iPhone to try to bring out the definition of it better, but this is that ship, and you can tell it's got crevices and stuff in it. Well, you can't see it that well, but if you look up on here, you can see that there is something. That's not a cloud right there. This is something attached to it. And I don't know what to make up of this mechanism that's up there. I really don't. But you can see how it outlines these ships right here. See how it goes like that? And it looks like those smaller ships. The outline of it like that. Like there's one there. There's like, you could say there's one ship. And there looks like there's the edge of another one right there. 2, 3. And this would be 4. And then probably 5. And then 6 and 7. There's probably around 7 ships. And it is these type right here. These type of ships. Let's zoom in on one of them. It is these type of ships, and they're all clustered together to form that one great big ship right there. Yeah, I gotta catch my breath now. Yeah, I better get a drink of water. This is ice water because it's getting a little hot in here. even though it's cold outside. Yeah, it is a big mothership, but it's not an organic looking ship. It's not. Somebody made it. Somebody made these ships is what they did. But they are massive. And yeah, we're going to look at them. Yeah, these are massive ships up there in the sky. And just think we can't see them, but you know, because they're white. They're actually white ships in the sky. And look at the different shapes of them. And they all appear to be going east. They're going east. I would assume that this would be the front part of the ship. I would hope it is the front part. I don't know. Maybe that might be the front part. I don't know. But all I know is they are ships up there in the sky. And that's what that photo right there looks like. You can go look at those photos right there. And it does take a while to do those photos. It does. And I have to be completely in the frame of mind, and my spirit has to be at peace. I have to be relaxed in my spirit in order to even work these photos, because if I'm not relaxed in my spirit, I'm not going to be able to get the colors out of them. I'm not going to be able to work them. And I think that's with everything that people do. Buenas noches. Now, every once in a while, I'm going to look down there and I'll see a comment. Yeah. But yes, here is another. The negatives. Look at, there's thousands of them. Thousands of ships up there in the sky. And this is the inverted view, what people call the inverted view. And you can see some are small and some are large. Is what they are. Oops. There's a stink bug. Oh, yeah, these stink bugs they're actually poisonous, I think. But yeah, here is what that regular photo looks like. So we're just gonna, this is the easy way to do this, because you know, if you don't got fancy equipment, you can just set up your one iPhone on a tripod like that. Yeah, one iPhone on a tripod like that, and then you can just take the pictures like this to view them in the negative mode. If these were not real, you would not be seeing the black. You would not be seeing the outline of a ship if they were not real up there in the sky. Okay, and they are uniform in, they're all uniform. They're all alike. They're all of the same type of wherever they're coming from. I guess the same, if there are ships or if they're another species ship, they're all of like one type. Just one type. Now, but yeah, here it is right here. Here's they are right there. If you all see me smile all of a sudden, if you see my finger go through there, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You have got to smile. You have to smile on this road of life. You got to smile with the bad. You got to smile with the good. You just got to just let it all go and just keep on going. A full throttle ahead. Yeah. Oh my. I think we're about back to this, the one big picture right here. But that is a massive mothership up there. It is a mothership. And these are the smaller ones. And it just makes you wonder, what are they doing up there, and what type of capabilities do the big ones have that the little ones don't have? I know we have different capabilities with our with our airplanes and stuff, our military airplanes, and you know they very well could be military airplanes up there guarding our space. They're coming from a mothership above the earth. Well, I think it's a massive mothership then, a very massive mothership. Yeah. Now see, the black and white is about the black and white is about as close as you're going to get to having your pictures inverted without an inverted app, I think. And your ships are just going to be all white. Oh, I wanted to see what these look like. Even though these are massive, like you're looking like this, I wanted to see what they look like on the inverted. I didn't do that. Well, ain't going to be able to see too much because it's all purplish now. But these are, you can kind of see the outline. They're square-like, these ships are. You feel we're being prepared. Well, if you feel that in your spirit, chances are you are being prepared. Yes, I'm sure we're going to see one day what all of this is all about. I'm going to flip this around. The ship that went in my mouth. Yeah, that you're talking about that photo where I had there was a ship inside my mouth. I know it's kind of funny if I think about it because people were making videos. Now she's got ships going in her mouth, and you know, I've just got to laugh at that because it is funny if you think about it. It really is. But when I was sleeping, I woke up in the middle of the night and my tongue was tingling. Like it felt as if you stuck your tongue on one of those square batteries, and you know how that does to your tongue. That's what my tongue felt like. Yeah, but no, I couldn't feel that at all. Yeah. I want to see what these look like on there too. So we're going to try to zoom up. Well, I can't zoom it up that far. I can zoom this up is what I'm supposed to zoom up. And you have unique shapes right there also. These look more mechanical, and I don't know what their purpose is right here. I really don't know what their purpose is. You prayed for me? Thank you. I like prayer. These ships right here, I'm going to flip it around. These are a different type of ship right here. I know it's kind of fuzzy looking, but these are a different type of ships. You can't really tell what these look like from this angle, even with this, because this is what they appear like. They don't have too much of a shape, but these are like the zigzaggedy ships right here, but they are up there in the sky. And they are like these are the rainbow looking ships right here is what it is. So I know this is not too good of a setup, but that's the best that I've got right now. And even though it's not professional, I don't claim to be a professional, so I'll just share it. You know what is funny? With that, I'm going to drop back in the woods with the aliens in the woods. You know, I did do another inverted picture, and there was like, it looked like there was like three, like a smaller one in the front, and then the larger one beside it, and then another larger one. But then when you look back behind me in the woods, you could see even more of them standing there in the woods, because then they got these great big eyes, real big eyes. I take all these pictures with my iPhone 8. And my iPhone 8 is right now, that's what, this is my iPhone 8. I'm going to flip it around. This is my iPhone 8. And you know, if you have an iPhone 8, I've already explained this once. If you have an iPhone 8, you can turn your normal pictures into, let me get to it. You can turn your normal pictures into this also, to where it takes, okay, this is, you can view the stuff normal. This is normal view of your phone right there. So your iPhone 8, it does have the capability to view things that are inverted. You can invert the colors, but you can't save it, because the moment you try to save a picture that's inverted, it goes back to the normal. But if you wanted to view things like any photos you see from anybody who shares, if you wanted to see if there was actually ships and stuff, or images that were actually there, if you have an iPhone 8, you can go and view it. It's a viewer, and it only acts as a viewer. You can view it in the inverted mode, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I explained it in the one video, the last video that I did, but you just go to your settings right here. Well, I want to take you back to the very beginning. You go to your settings, and then you go to general. Then you go to the accessibility down here. You just stay with me. We are going somewhere with this accessibility and the display accommodations. And then you go up here to invert your colors. This right here, it just darkens your screen, so you don't want that. But you want this classic invert, and you will see all the pictures now in that type of mode. And you can always, but you can't take the pictures like that, okay? But yeah. So if you just wanted to view somebody's pictures that you see on the internet or on the Facebook, screenshot to save a copy. No, I've tried that too. You can't screenshot it and save a copy. I even tried to screenshot it and on my phone and send it to my computer, but it didn't save it like that. It saved the original photo. Now, that's how that happens, but that's okay. You are inverted right now, Michael Dorflin. Okay. Thank you, Heinz. But I think we've seen all these ships so far in the inverted mode right there. And this tells you that, yes, they are up there in the sky. So, because there are some people who will doctor their photos, and they'll put images in there that's not supposed to be in there. And if you doctor a photo and you put other images in there, and people can click on that EXIF data or whatever, and they can see that that image was not directly in there, that you put it in there. So, but all my images, I don't put nothing in there. They are all real. They all come from the sky. And they all come from one photo. They all come from one photo. All of these images are from one photo, and I just zoom up on them. And you know, they're very, very beautiful colors. I love the colors on these. And I know a lot of people like looking at the colors too. They're very vibrant. It's very beautiful out there in the sky, and the universe is a very beautiful to look at. The things up there in the sky. Oh my goodness. I'm from Salem, Indiana. And if you go to my webpage or my Facebook page, I always put it in the top of the post. Except for this one, I didn't put Salem, Indiana. But I'll go back and put it. Well, thank you, Gina Sperroff Miller. I try to get these photos out here. Well, I try to, if I take them, you know, I try to work them right away, but I don't get it. And then I get a day old. I don't really like to give day old photos or 2-day old photos. I really like to give them right away. And I'm getting a little slacking on it. I've not heard of sky fishing. I have not. Moorville says hello there. Yeah. Thank you, Dorothy Allen. You're welcome, Diane McLaughlin. But yeah, I really do love the colors on here. I like seeing what's in the photos myself. I think it's so interesting and so fascinating. I really do. Because you really never know what you're going to see up there. But these one ships, they are a given. But, you know, it's not a given that they're always going to be up there in the capacity that they are. Because, yeah, I think these are like the big fighter ones. These are the big boys that show up. Those are the big boys right there. The big boys are the big gals that show up. They show up when the sky is like it is. When there is something going on up there, if it's rainy or really white out and cold, they normally show up 99% of the time in mass numbers. Yeah, but you know, you all can go out there and really, you could go out there and get pictures too. And you can get them during the daytime, even with just your iPhone or your Samsung or whatever it is that you use. You can take them of the sun and the clouds, and you normally can catch something now with all this activity going on, especially when there's like rainbow clouds around it, like pastel colors. That when you see pastel colors, and it's around noontime or shortly thereafter, maybe even around 1:30, there's always a lot of activity around the sun. And you can catch something. Well, I can't say you catch it all the time, but you can catch something some of the time. That's like you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. Yeah. Yeah, so if you all were just tuning in, we were just viewing these pictures right here. We was viewing these in the inverted mode right here is what we're doing. And I'll show it once again because I don't really want to have too long of a video right here. But I will show it again like that. We were viewing these in the inverted mode. I have to use two cell phones to do it because I haven't got this a good setup because I'm not a tech savvy. I really ain't. Hello, Patrick. So yeah, and I don't know how long I've been on here, but I probably better be getting off of here. It's 11:10. I wish the moon was out, but I don't think it's out because the sky was very it stayed white, so it stayed dark when the darkness came. Daniel Bazan, how many photos, Gina? What do you mean, how many photos, Daniel? Tonight? Well, I can only post 40 at one time, and I like to include the data sheets with it. And oh, I don't know if you all had paid attention to the post, but the data sheet right here. But I did put some data sheets. So 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 photos. There are data sheets at the very end of these. We're going to flip it really fast. And we'll just go through it. Something was traveling at 2.26 miles per hour up there. So there's movement up there in the sky. And you can see that this was like directly photographed. For those wondering, you know, are they moving? Yeah, they're moving. They're probably just floating around up there, floating through space gradually. Oh, I was looking at the, and earlier I did post this object by the sun. If you hadn't seen that, there's that's also on my timeline right here. This little short video of this thing showed up I don't know how I caught it. I didn't even realize I took the picture. But there is a round object by the sun. And someone said that Naughty Beaver was speaking about that, and he knows exactly what it is. And other people have seen this by the sun, this object up there in the sky by the sun. So, yeah, so we can back one another up. The things I post, other people know what they're seeing and things like that. You're very welcome, Denny. Paul, Pastor Jerry, I'm sure some of them have come down to earth, but we're not going to know it. I think they are visible all over the sky, and it doesn't matter. I mean, if you're one who is able to catch them in the sky, get good pictures, it doesn't matter where you're at. I think you'll be able to get pictures of them. Yeah. Using your infrared filter. Yes, there's stuff out there and we can't see, and I really do, you know, this talk of the planet Nibiru, the Nemesis planet and stuff, I really do hope that that is not going to pan out, because that's not a good thing. It really isn't. I do think they're tired of hiding up there in the sky, the ships are. Hello, Lakeisha. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the sky. So I'm sure you're going to see, it wouldn't surprise me what anybody's seen in the sky. And you know, there's like, I think Michael said that there was like a UFOs in some other country again, and the fighter jets chasing them, or they're knocking out power. Good morning, Simon Amerchi in Israel. In a few weeks, my husband will be going to Israel for around a week and a half. But he won't see you there. I don't know why there's so much. It's not just over my house. Oh, I'm sure you've got them in Israel too. You may not be aware of it. Oh yeah, if we would all be gone, I'm sure we all would be gone if they wanted us gone. Someone shares what looked like a serpent in the sky, like a snake. Yeah, I've seen that too in some of my photos. So it is up there in the sky, and you know, it is hard to catch that type. All right, well, I'm going to end this video because it is getting late. It's 11:16 p.m. and I don't even know when I came on here, but I'm going to flip it around, and perhaps maybe it'll end on this page. But I thank you all for tuning in with me on this Facebook, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and perhaps we'll catch something tomorrow also, 5 o'clock in France. You too.